There was a man called Wu Fuk-yin who was a salesman who sells sun-dry items and liquor to earn a living. One day, he and his brothers decided to build up their own company, but they did not have enough money due to the declination of economy. So, they decided to travel to Perak and work as a miner to earn some money. After they have earned enough money, they went back to China and get a shop lot. The company was called Guangdao. It means sociable, good personality, and prestigious. As the shop was passed on to the next generation, the relatives took over the shop. Wu Fuk-yin's son Wu Kongsam finds it hard to earn a living in China. So he decided to migrate to Penang with his wife. When he first arrived, he sold sun-dry items and liquor by carrying it in a basket from town to town. Soon, his one and only child Wu Sengyuan was born. After that, Wu Guangsam got married to his second wife as a business deal. They then owned a shop at Campbell Street. As the business grew, the family grew too. Wu Sengyan then married to his wife and had 6 children. My grandfather was the youngest. My grandfather only received education till the primary level and then he started helping out in the shop. When he was around 20 years old, he married to his wife and gave birth to 4 children. My mom was the third child in the family. My mom graduated from 6 from Penang Free School in the year 1982. Due to the inability to afford for further education, she had to give up on her dream of becoming a banker and started working as a teacher. My great-grandparents grew up in the age of turmoil. The economy was declining due to the Civil War and Japanese occupation. My great-grandpa found it hard to find a job in China. So, he decided to migrate to Malacca with his wife. He then managed to find a job as a shopkeeper. When his income was stable, he had 7 children. My grandma was the third child in the family. At the age of 16, my grandma then got married to my grandpa. He was a headmaster. My grandma then gave birth to 4 children. My dad was the third child. My dad graduated from 6th from SMK Tinggi Melaka in the year 1980. Due to the inability to afford for further education, he had to become a teacher. In the year 1993, my mom and dad met each other in KL during their practice days as a teacher. They then fall in love. A year later, they got married. My mother gave birth to 3 children and I was the second child. I entered kindergarten in the year 2002. In the year 2004, I was fortunate enough to be accepted into the best Chinese school in Subang Jaya. In the year 2007, I started to learn how to play basketball. The trainings were tough and tiring, but I managed to handle it. As my basketball skills got better, I managed to represent my school in a district competition for the very first time. Ever since then, I was involved in many district, state and national competitions. I am really glad to be able to lead them in so many competitions throughout the years. While I was in secondary school, I got to make a few best friends. Believe it or not, at first, we were enemies, but now we are the best of friends. Currently, I am studying in Taylor's University to further my studies to become an architect. I have learned a lot, made good friends and have good lecturers. In the future, I would like to receive a scholarship to pursue my degree and masters in the United Kingdom. After graduating, I hope to find a job which have a good boss, good pay, and have good colleagues. I would also love to buy a house for my parents to repay them for taking care of me all these years. I also wish to have a good husband and have my own family too.